Hi guys, and welcome to Beauty Cakes, where we talk about all things beauty and curls. My name is Debbie, and for today's video we're actually going to be doing a foundation, concealer, and primer review, which is why I only have my eyes done. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. The primer that I'm going to be using is going to be the No Pore Blend Primer by Touch and Soul. Just looks like that. It's just a sample, and it claims to be smooth and pore covering. I've been using this for like a week while I was trying the Morphe Foundation and concealer, if I could find it somewhere in here, and concealer. So I've seen a lot of reviews of the Morphe foundation, and when it comes to things that are Morphe, I feel like I can't take people's word for it. I have to try it. But I did hear that it was very matte, so I have to be careful with matte products because it's wintertime and sometimes they can dry out my skin, even though that hasn't been the case recently. But yeah, so I wanted a primer that was like kind of hydrating, and then of course kind of like pore filling and stuff like that to like hide like fine lines and stuff like that. So I figured it was a good time to try this one. The consistency of it is like that. It kind of reminds me of like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, but it's like a little pink. So I'm gonna just put that everywhere. And then I wore this foundation basically all last week, so I know, what I think of it and everything like that. So I'm just going to show you guys how it applies and everything. So like I said, this primer, it's a good primer. I think the full size of this is like $18 or something like that. So I would spend the money to buy it, although, like I said, it does remind me of the Smashbox Photo Finish primer and baby skin. So it's like I feel like it's a good in between. I like it. Like I said, I like it. I feel like it does what it's supposed to do. I've been using it with other foundations too, and it works really good. So I like it. So I definitely would recommend this. Again, that's what it's called. And I will leave all the products that I'm using in the description box below. So next, the Morphe Foundation has finally launched inside of Ulta stores. It launched, I don't even know when it launched, but I was able to get it inside the store, so I was excited. And I think it was either $18 or $16. It comes in a box like this, and I am in the color F3.80. Again, I'll leave all the information in the description box below, but it just looks like that. Like that, and it comes in one of those like squeeze tube things. And then the box, and it says that it claims to be a full coverage foundation. Let's see, it claims to be 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, great for all skin types. So I actually went into this thinking that this foundation was gonna be super duper super matte, so I was a little bit scared. I don't think it is. It doesn't look that way when I put it on. So I don't know if I would say it's great for all skin types. I would say it would be better for people that are like maybe oily and combo. If you have dry skin, I would proceed with caution. That's just what I think. Free of oils, fragrance, and parabens. It doesn't smell like anything. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. So, I mean, that's good, because I hate it when stuff smells and I put it on my face. It's not oily or anything like that. Sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant. I mean, it didn't transfer onto anything. Sweat proof, I wouldn't be able to test that right now because I haven't been sweating. And then transfer resistant, like I said, it didn't transfer anything. I haven't splashed water on my face and tried to get it off, so. And then 24-hour long wear. So of course I haven't worn this foundation for 24 hours. I don't know who does wear foundation for 24 hours, but it is very, very long wearing, and it's very, very full coverage. Okay, very, very full coverage. I'm actually surprised that I was able to find my match right away, because they do have like so many colors. But I was able to find my match right away, and it is a really good match. So I liked that a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically just put this on my face. So I'm just gonna like put it on half, and then so you guys can see. And I'm using a beauty blender. So I see, like I said, I expected it to be like such a matte finish, but I don't feel like it is like a very, very matte finish. I mean, it's definitely not dewy, but it's not matte either. And like I said, it is very, very, very full coverage, which I don't have a problem with. But if you don't like, I mean, it doesn't feel heavy though. Like for a full coverage foundation, it doesn't feel heavy, but I mean, you could tell you're wearing foundation. So okay, and then I'm gonna just add some to the other side if I can find it, because I keep losing everything. I feel like the camera's too close to my face, but I want you guys to be able to see. Okay. So yeah, so that is how it's sitting on my face right now. I don't have like any dry spots or anything like that. I mean, I do have like a little bit of breakouts from eating things that I probably shouldn't be eating right there. So, I mean, but it's not like it, it's not really emphasizing it, but I mean, it's there, I don't expect it to work miracles and act like it's not there. Yeah. So in other words, basically, I like this foundation. I would definitely wear it again. I feel like it's worth it, especially if you have like a long day, or like, you have something where you need to be wearing makeup for 24 hours. I think it looks good on the skin. And then the concealer. So this is the concealer. Comes in this standard tube like everything else. Let me see if I can find the box for this. Yes, I did. Comes in a box like this. Again, it was pretty easy for me to find my color. I feel like I still could have gone a little bit lighter, but that's fine. It says the Morphe Full Coverage Concealer. It says to be instant full-on concealing power, blendability, multitasking formula, free of fragrance and parabens, correction. Oh no, that's in a different language. So instant full coverage on concealing power. So I don't really like the concealer. I mean, I guess it's not that I really don't like it. I don't care for it. I don't think that it does anything for me, really. I really use my concealer to, conceal my under eyes and highlight basically. I don't use it to contour or anything like that. I'm not a big contour person. So I can't really speak on that. I just use it like, for highlighting and concealing. But I just really don't think that it does much for me. And I feel like it emphasizes the fine lines and wrinkles under my eyes. Of course, I have fine lines. I don't expect them to magically go away. I just don't like it. I thought maybe it might have been like a setting powder that I was using, so I tried to not use a setting powder with it, and that was even worse. If you don't use a setting powder with this, it is not going to stay in place. It'll like break down really bad. It'll settle into your fine lines and everything like that. So if you are using this, I would highly recommend using a setting powder. And I did try using this powder, and I was like testing it out. For the first day I used this powder, I didn't like how that looked. So I tried to use my Hourglass powder because it's like my favorite powder. It looks good on top of everything, and I didn't like how it looked. It really didn't do anything for it. So I tried not using a powder, and that was like I said, even worse. This stuff has to be set or it's gonna move. It's not gonna look good at all. So I'm going to show you guys how this applies. And I'm in the color C3.25. I think. Is that what it's? Yeah. If I can see. Yeah, so C3.25. And then I'm just going to conceal like I regularly do. Put it all under there. I mean, the color is nice, I feel like, for me. But I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. I just don't, am I going to use it? Maybe. Would I repurchase it? No. Definitely not. Once it's done, it's done. I have plenty of other concealers that I like so much better. And I'm just going to put the concealer where I normally put it. And then we are going to blend. I feel like my lighting is really bad today. It's better. I do feel, I was going to say, I feel like I look dry right now. Or like it looks like I look dry on camera, but I don't feel like I look that way in person. Okay, so now I'm going to conceal my under eyes, and I am going to go ahead and set it with this. So I always have my powder ready, so I could blot down there when I'm done. And I do feel like you kind of have to move fast. Like if you just leave this there, it'll be like harder to blend out. The concealer will be. I feel like the foundation, you have like a little bit more room. You don't have to like move as quick. Okay, and then I'm gonna use again the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And I don't necessarily bake, so I'm not like putting like a crap ton on there. I'm just trying to set my under eye. That looks bad crazy. See, this side I feel like is kind of harder to blend out already. So I guess it's not necessarily it's not a bad concealer. It's not like I felt last time where the concealer was like completely horrible. It's just it doesn't, I have other concealers that do more for me. That's how I would put it. Like I have other concealers where I put them on and I'm like, yes. This one I'm like, man, it's all right. I'll wear it. I'm not impressed by it, I would say. But the foundation I absolutely love. Which, like I said, when it comes to Morphe, I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I should take your word for it. Like I have to actually try it. Just because I feel like people, and you guys know, everyone's like an Morphe affiliate, so it just makes it harder. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically finish off my face, and then I'll be back to show you guys like what it looks like and everything, and bring you in a little bit closer and stuff like that. All right, guys, so I'm back. I finished putting on my blush and everything else. So I'm going to bring in you guys a little bit closer. Like I said, I like the foundation. I'm going to continue to use it. I think it's a very good foundation. And the only thing is the concealer is what I really just don't care for. Maybe I'll try using the concealer with like a different foundation, although I don't know. But I'm going to bring you guys in and show you what it is that I don't like about the concealer. So, if you see right here, it's like not only do you see, of course, my crease, which that's fine. Like I said, it's not like settling in there or anything with when I use powder, but I feel like it makes my under eye area look very dry. Like I just feel like it just looks really dry in there. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like I just look like, it looks like the moisture has been sucked out of my under eyes. And after I do take this off, I do have to like moisturize my under eyes really good. And I have even tried moisturizing my under eyes before I use the concealer, and it looks the same. So I don't like it. It really doesn't do anything. It looks dry. Does it feel dry? No. After I take off my makeup, later my under eyes still look dry. I, try to moisturize it. Like I said, I feel like there are so much better concealers that I could use that won't cause that. So I would pass on the concealer if I were you, unless you have like super oily under eyes, then maybe, it may be for you. And every time I'm using like a matte foundation or something that's extremely drying, I use the Morphe spray in between, so that everything kind of like melt together and it gives you like this dewy kind of look. And with this one, it's just not doing it. So like for me, one of the downfalls of the foundation I have noticed is that it does like over time seem to like sink into your fine line. So if I'm like constantly smiling and stuff, you'll begin to see the foundation creasing throughout the day. But I don't think that's unusual. So like I'm okay with that throughout the day, like as the foundation continues to wear. That's fine. That's the only other thing. If someone who doesn't like that, make sure you set those areas. Other than that, like I said, I think the foundation looks really good. I like how it looks on my skin. It doesn't feel or look very, very matte to me. I would just pass on the concealer. Again, I really enjoy this primer. I'm still testing out this powder, so hopefully next time I'll be able to give you guys a review on this. And next time, since I'm in this like foundation and concealer kind of trend, I feel like I have two more to show you guys, and they're concealers, because you guys know that I already love this foundation, but I was finally able to get my hands on the concealer, the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and then I have the ColourPop concealer somewhere here that I still need to try. So of course I try to wear these for a week, try to try them out with different products and everything like that to make sure that I do like them before I recommend them to you guys. So I guess that is it. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload. And until next time, bye guys.